Thanks for watching this 13th video in a series of work solutions for Edexcel GCSE Computer Science. So in this video we're going to go through how to get to the answer for question 4c, which is about increasing the clock speed of a CPU and what that means. And then we're going to talk through the keywords and the concepts for question 5a. So remember, you can download this past paper from the link in the description underneath the video. And in this question it says describe the effect of doubling the clock speed will have on the performance of a CPU. So a CPU is a central processing unit. It's the component inside a computer which follows instructions and controls everything else. Some people talk of it as a brain inside the computer, but that probably wouldn't get you the marks if you had to describe what a CPU is. Think of it like the part of a computer that controls everything else and that follows instructions, executes instructions. So the speed of a CPU is measured in hertz, where 1 hertz means 1 instruction per second. Most CPUs don't have a speed that says hertz, it will say gigahertz instead. So remember our acronym that we introduced a little while ago. We have koalas make giraffes talk politely. So KMGTP, killer, mega, giga, tera and peta. If we have a CPU with a clock speed of say 1 gigahertz, then speed, remember, is in powers of 1000. So that means 1000 times 1000 times 1000, that's a billion hertz. So 1 billion instructions every second. So let's say we have 2 CPUs. One of them is at 1 gigahertz and the other one is at 2 gigahertz. We need to say what the difference is. We've doubled the clock speed. What does that mean? So the clock speed, inside your computer, you'll have a binary signal, the clock signal, that changes from binary 0 to binary 1, electricity switched off to electricity switched on. And that clock signal will just continuously change from 0 to 1. That's your clock signal. So if you make that clock signal faster, what happens? Remember the analogy I talked about in a couple of videos ago of a slave driver inside like a Roman galley. If that slave driver beats a drum once every second, all of the slaves on that ship have to row their oars in time with that drum beat. So if the slave driver suddenly decides to beat their drum twice as fast, then the slaves all have to pull their oars twice as fast. So in terms of a CPU, there's no slavery involved. I'm definitely not endorsing slavery here, just using it as a picture to help you hopefully try and remember. The CPU doesn't pull oars, but it does follow instructions. It executes instructions. So what can we write to get the marks? So you could say either of these two. If you double the clock speed, then the CPU will be twice as fast. It will execute instructions twice as fast, because twice as many instructions can be executed per second. Or another way of phrasing that, you could say it's double speed. You'd even get a mark for saying it's faster, because each instruction can be executed in half as much time. So you can't get any marks if you talk about doing more things at the same time. We're not talking about parallelism, doing things at the same time here. It means doing more things per second, more instructions per second. So we're also going to introduce the keywords for the next part. So 5a, it says a school is concerned that their network might not be as secure as it should be. And explain, 2 marks for explaining. So 2 marks for explaining how access control can be used to increase security on the school network. So you need to have a look at the keyword activities for access control and then make 2 points about how that can be used to increase security. Okay, hope that's been helpful, and we'll go through how to get to the answers in the next video.